Hey guys!
Hello.
Hey!
Keeping you on your toes, babe.
Or frightening me to death, whichever one you decide.
Hey, black on black on black. Black on black on.
My heart is black on black on black on black.
What's happening?
It's not wanting to. Oh, okay. Anyway,
Hey,
hi!
Totally professional.
Welcome back to another episode of Drinks on You. I'm Nolly.
Nothing came out.
Oh,
and I'm Bo.
I thought you just did that intentionally.
I literally went,
Oh.
yeah. And I am Bo. Actually, my name is Wongani.
Yo.
But most people know me as Bo.
Am I meant to say what my full name is?
If you want to.
I go by Nolly. Hi guys. We hope you've had a good week.
Yeah.
We've made it to the second week of January.
We're still here. God is good. We're still alive.
Yeah.
Surviving. Can you imagine?
I sounded like a horse.
This is off to a great start.
An amazing start. Can we imagine?
Can you imagine if while all of this is happening, there's suddenly like a zombie apocalypse or like an alien invasion? Like, I genuinely think the whole world will be like, no, you're going to have to come back next week because we're still dealing with stuff right now. Cause,
Yeah. 2021 sure is starting to look a lot like 2020.
I saw a meme where it was written, is anybody else concerned that 2021 sounds like 2021 as in WON?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Another one was like, excuse me, what, 2021 sounds like a sequel. So, or sounds like the first
20
movie.
and then 20, one stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And
then
retaliate.
2022 it will be the sequel.
My days.
Colon.
I don't want to play
This
that
time it's
game.
personal.
I don't want to play this game. No.
But you know what? My intention is to be positive and not like in a twee kind of, oh, the world is burning, but this is fine.
Look at this beautiful butterflies.
No,
Butterflies.
I want to be like, you know what? It sucks, but God is still God. God is still good. Have a beautiful wife. Have a super intelligent, funny, and annoying daughter. Yeah. So, in case you didn't know, we're in lockdown again in the UK, which means I'm at home with my daughter a lot.
You sound so excited about that.
It's great.
And on that note, what are you drinking today?
Today, I am drinking. It's gin.
Yeah,
forgot
like
what
licorice flavor.
It's got this it's nice.
Mm.
It's from our favorite store, Aldi. Man, can you imagine if we
Is it? It was a gift. It was a Christmas gift. I don't know where it was from.
Aldi.
Aldi.
I've seen it in Aldi.
Aldi.
But
What are you having it with?
I'm having it with peach and passion fruit.
Sparkling water?
That's it. I was like, flavored water? But
What's
it's
that?
got bubbles. Bubbly flavored water?
Because not all flavored water is sparkly, I guess. So
Yeah. So I was like, no, it's got bubbles, but it's flavored water.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I'm having. What are you having,
I am having exactly the same with less bubbles.
I have less water in mine than you do.
Hence why I should have more bubbles.
I couldn't think of anything. I'm sorry. I was trying to help you.
On that note, eyes. Eyes.
Cheers.
We did it the opposite last time.
That's nice. I think I prefer it with tonic water, but you don't like tonic.
I don't like tonic water.
Indian? Is it Indian tonic water?
No,
That's
I don't
nice.
like any tonic water.
I know.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments below how your week has been.
Mm-hmm.
What made you go, you? This week.
We came out this time.
Got it. Today we thought we would talk about a serious topic.
It wasn't even on our planner of stuff we'll talk about.
It just came out.
It
came out.
Shout out to my cousin because she was talking about it and it made us think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to say her government because that's the only reason she doesn't comment
Wow.
So I'm not going to say her name out. But you know who you are.
We were having a conversation. And in the conversation, we were talking about kind of this whole notion of being valued. Wow, thanks. That means I am beautiful. In which language would you like to choose? All of them.
You're beautiful in all languages.
You're
babe.
beautiful. You're beautiful.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's true.
What has 2 thumbs and is the luckiest man in the world? This guy. Sorry. Continue.
Wow. Yeah, it was a conversation about kind of being valued versus being tolerated.
Yeah.
And oh my. It is a humongous topic.
Probably come back to it, I think, at some point.
Potentially. And it came from a discussion about race. It was a race conversation. And though this conversation that I had was a race one, I think this kind of being valued versus being tolerated applies to quite a lot of other areas of life. And we thought, it's January. Why not start the year strong? You know, sift out the things that are not valuing you, valuing you. And let's be intentional about protecting our peace, our space, our time, our energy.
So can you give us just a rough definition or example of value versus the other word that you said? Tolerance. There we go. That's what I was going to say. Tokenism.
Yo.
Titanic.
You.
Temperature. All the T words went through my head. Value versus tolerance.
Temper glass. Temperament.
Tempestuous.
I am titanium.
That was a good song. That was a banger. Anyway, sorry. Back on topic.
So, when I think of kind of being valued, I think of things like, you know, being invited around the table. You have a seat at the table. Your thoughts, ideas, input is valued. So you're constantly being encouraged to speak up, to speak, to talk. Hey, Noddy, what do you think about this topic? Oh, Noddy, I'd really appreciate it if I've got this meeting coming up on this topic. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about it. And so it's an what is week 2? How can it be 2 consecutive weeks that I can't talk, you guys? It's an I was going to say it again. Oh my gosh. It's an intentionality by your valuers. I'm using that very loosely, but you guys get it. To include you, to involve you, to allow you time and space, to push you to talk, to engage, basically to come with something.
Bringing you to the table to actually engage and not just.
So you're not a seat warmer.
There you go.
You literally a few seconds.
Because we're bye. In sync. For those of you that didn't get the joke.
We're in sync. Whereas tolerance would be more.
Is that like, I would love you to be at the table.
Oh, wow. I mean, I hope
Thanks
y'all
for
are
coming,
not in any kind of circles where that happens to you.
If you are, get out.
Just like the movie.
Get out.
Which you've never watched.
I have never watched. I just know the title of it. It's all good. But yeah, you're being tolerated. So it's almost where tokenistic gestures take place. You're just there to fill the seat. You're just there to take, hey, we have a representative of race or age or gender or socioeconomic status. I managed to say it without muddling things up.
High five.
So that's being tolerated, and I thought it'd be a really good discussion, babe, to have, and something to just be aware of and intentional about throughout the course of the year, just to protect yourself, protect your space.
So we came from a situation where I'm just gonna say we came from a church where we didn't feel like that was being we were being valued in that. Well, Nolly especially didn't feel that way. No, but
We're being specific.
we're being specific.
What?
But the reason why I need to be specific is because Nolly and I are we're built different in terms of I don't know if I have thick skin, but I'm just very comfortable in my own skin. And it just so happened to be race, but this is like Nolly said, it's across.
I mean, I
all
think
things.
it was an
race,
array.
It was
of
an array of things.
Race was probably the overarching theme.
But there was also like gender stuff as well.
Age.
Yeah. Oh, age. Yeah.
Life stage. So being.
And I think I didn't feel the sting as much because I was getting more opportunities to serve in the church in various ways. But I have from a very young age been of the mindset of it's better to ask forgiveness than it is permission. So I always put myself out there, and I always made sure that I stood out if I wanted to do something. So, for example, so like in places that are all white spaces, I'm very comfortable but again, it goes back to because I became a Christian when I was 8. So from about 8 till now, my identity has always been I am a Christian, so I am valued by Christ, and then everything else, black man, husband, father, all that jazz, comes underneath that. So I was always comfortable because of my identity was buried in Christ. That's not to say I'm a better Christian.
Yeah, I was like,
that's not to say anything like that.
What does that mean?
I already had that mentality.
Yeah, from a young age, and I guess that's the difference. You became a Christian when you were how old?
8.
Yeah, I became a Christian when I was 13. Not that much of a difference.
Not that much.
And it's actually quite a critical stage in a person's development.
But I became a Christian at 8 in a Christian household.
I was about to say that too.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. So you were surrounded by intentionality towards a focus and a view and a gaze that was encouraging you to be comfortable in who you were created to be.
Like I had that filter from a very early age, which is why, like, if you guys have watched, if you haven't watched last week's video, you should pause. Sorry, I forgot about that. Run it back and check it out. But in last week's video, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Being confident in who you are.
Comfortable. Yeah. Oh, sorry. My family was always of the mindset that you try and you are as good at my family, especially my siblings, I'm the last born, so all my older siblings would encourage me, and if I fall short would let me know, like, yeah, you're messing up. But it built that thick-skinnedness, or that kind of almost obliviousness, like, to other people's criticism.
Okay.
Because the people who inputted in my life and molded me into the person I am now, their approval mattered way more than
anyone
the
else.
Outside world.
Okay.
And I was blessed in that they also had a positive and a what's the opposite of toxic? Non-toxic? A non-toxic value system. Does that make sense? So I always talk about my older brother. He was my hero from the moment I could say the word hero. He always instilled in me, like, even like when it came to relationships, like, you hear a lot of old stories of older brothers encouraging their little brothers to play the field, blah blah blah. Monogamy from day dot. From the moment I was talking to him about girls and stuff, my brother was always like, if you're with that girl, you're with that girl. You don't cheat, you don't do this, blah 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 blah. So that informed that side of my life going through, like, all the way up to adulthood. And
so what you're really saying is I should thank your brother for getting for being here?
100%.
Oh, okay.
100%. But my sisters did the same thing though. So like it was a balanced worldview. And even the stuff that they didn't know about or the stuff that they got wrong, there was room for me to challenge that. So that was a very long, and hopefully I haven't lost you guys, but a very long way of saying when Nolly and I were now in that situation, I was already built in such a way that I'm like, I know I'm as good as I think I am, and you guys are missing out. So I'm just going to keep putting myself out there. I'm going to keep doing stuff. I'm going to keep singing and doing my riffs and my runs because I know I can do them and I know they'll fit in the song. Whereas your experience was completely different.
I was like, wait a minute, are you going to talk for me?
I'm not going to mansplain.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I mean, you said a lot in that.
I know,
and I'm
so
trying
sorry.
to like pick out bits and focus on. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I think for me, I don't think it ever had anything to do with kind of my self-esteem in the very basic level of that. But I also know that it did. So in this context, I sing. I'm a singer. I've always been on worship teams. I've always been in choirs in church. That's kind of like one of my ministries. And so to not be afforded the space and the time to use that gift was really hard. And it did kind of have a knock-on effect on kind of, is this still my gift? God, are you still using me in this area? Is this something that I should still focus all my energy on, or should I look at other giftings that you've given me and kind of pour into that? And initially, I think I was like you. I was like, oh, okay, I did that, but not everyone seemed okay with it. So, but I'll try it again because I felt like it worked in this context. But then after a while of not being acknowledged, encouraged, having not necessarily just positive feedback, but feedback that's helpful to know how to do something different or try something else. After a while of that, you then have nothing to go on. You have nothing to hold on to. Yeah. And it's one of those things, like, for example, lack of communication is one of the things that grinds me into, and because I would rather you over communicate. Oh, hey, Nadi, I received your email. I'm really buried in a lot of work at the moment. I'll respond to you soon. That's fine. You've responded. You've acknowledged me. You're keeping me appraised of the situation. And that's fine. Whereas if you're saying nothing, it then leaves room for, overthinking, trying to decipher.
Which you do a lot as well.
I think it might even be a woman thing. I don't know. Correct me if I'm not, if I'm wrong, ladies. Comment in the comment and let me know. And so too much of that coming in the comment. Is that what you're laughing at?
No. I actually let that one slide. I was just thinking Inside Out. Great movie. You guys should check it out. But there's that scene where they go into the dad's brain and everybody's just kind of checked out. That's kind of so like while you are like with the lack of communication.
And actually, sorry, still on that movie. At the same time, they go into the mom's brain and they're all just like, what is he doing? If he even thinks of doing, what? Yeah. And you just see the dad is
and then the dad's brain is just like
mellow.
Oh yeah, the Springboks won the World Cup. Man, do you remember that try? That's literally so. The lack of communication really got to you.
Gets to me.
And gets to you just in general. For me, I think it's situational. So if there's something that I'm excited about and I really want to know about, I'm very good at just being like, okay.
You're just going to wait forever and ever.
Not going to wait forever and ever. I will set a time, like if I haven't heard from you in like 2 or 3 weeks, for example, then I'll say something. Okay. But within those 2 or 3 weeks, completely out of my mind.
Oh yeah, it doesn't like overrun my mind. I'm not like constantly like, oh my gosh, it's day 5. I've heard nothing. But I
But you
think
are a
about
little
it
bit
often.
like that. Yeah, you think about it often.
I don't count days.
I mean,
definitely come
yeah,
back to it.
But
Like,
whereas
oh my gosh.
when I've decided I'll give them 3 weeks to get back to me, it will never enter my mind until 3 weeks later.
Wow.
Like it
I
just.
wish I had some of that. Yo.
I can't give it to you.
Wow.
This feels like I'm fanning a fart.
I feel like you're splashing me with water.
With my essence of not giving a crap.
Wow. With diarrhea?
I mean, wow. You think my diarrhea is here?
Well, I'm like,
Where's the diarrhea coming from?
I don't know. A
Maybe
well of... But anyway, we're going off on a tangent.
Sorry. Serious things. Why are you laughing?
It's you. It's not serious. You want to laugh too. Look at your face. Look at your face. Look at your face. Look at your face. Look at your face.
How am I supposed to look at my face?
You know what? It just reminds me of when we try and play the staring competition with Tando. She honestly doesn't last long.
Oh man,
but
she's
anyway,
great. Yeah.
I think it's important to know your limit. At the same time, I really feel like it's important to also say that, because at the moment or in the last few years, there's been this big push for
wellness.
I was gonna say for equality. Don't shoot me. Let me explain.
Oh, you can shoot. Your bullets won't reach.
Let me explain. For equality for everyone. And I totally 150%, I was going to say 130, that's such a random number. 150% believe that we all should
150,
have equality.
But not 200.
Why? We should all have equality.
Why not 1,000, babe?
Why?
Why not infinite percent?
But there are certain roles that I believe were created for a specific gender.
She said it.
I said it. I said it.
Can't take it back. It's on the internet.
It's on the internet.
I mean, it's not on the internet right now because we haven't posted this video.
Oh my days.
But,
that is, that you made me completely doubt what I was saying.
No. I'm sorry. I agree with you.
Genders.
I agree with you. Go back. Get them.
But so, like, obviously, over centuries or whatever you want to say, husbands have always been seen as the ones who provide. They bring the money in. They take the bins out.
We hand.
Yeah, your hand together.
We bring.
Yeah,
the
and
meat.
they
do the fire.
All right.
And the vegetables.
Oh my days. And like they do the car stuff, all car things, air, water, oil checks, get the car cleaned, and all the mechanics who do with the car. Typically men's thing. And in our household, I think those things still rings true. Though we've never said, babe, these are all your roles.
You are husband.
And I just cook
you do
and
bins.
clean and do the laundry and do the ironing.
Yeah.
I think we've always been very intentional about ensuring that we are a partnership.
That the job is done. I think that's the main thing is that the job is done.
While I say the thing, for example, about the car, Rogani does most of the car things, but I've always been like, babe, teach me how to change the spare tire. Teach me how to check the oil. Teach me how to, refill the coolant. Show me where to do this. Show me where to do that. Show me. And so I love it when he does it a lot.
I took the bins down today. do I get a treat? When we start filming?
Yes, babe. Mm-hmm. I really appreciate it and really love that he does that and he wants to do that. But it's never a, oh my days, babe. No, there's no fuel in the car. I can't go.
I can't go on. What do I do?
It's none of that. So, but yeah. So while I totally am for equality and everyone having the same of everything, I do think there are
the same things.
Okay. I do think there are specific roles that are dedicated to a particular.
However.
gender.
In the situations we're talking about, so whether it be corporate, whether it be in church, even if you're volunteering somewhere, in places where you are called to the table, whether the top table or whatever, in whatever situation you're in, if you're being called to be there, it should be because you add value and you have value.
And even when you don't feel like the value has been given to you or you're allowed to add value, you've been given the space, you've been given the seat. Take up that seat.
If there is pushback, that's where there's a problem. So if you're sat at the table and people are like, yeah, that's where the problem. And I think that's
I was gonna say, and you know, we're not saying one slight moment of pushback you should throw in the towel. Keep trying, keep pushing. But obviously, only you know when a situation has reached its I've had enough.
Zenith.
Yo, I was like Zenith. I was like Zenith. Okay, has reached its end. It's the final. You okay? But yeah, only you can know when you're like, you know, I'm done. But we are not advocating for just, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Throw the towel in, and it's the first hurdle. There are gonna be hurdles.
And also not like, hey, you called me here. I am valued. This is my value. Because sometimes, wow.
Thanks. Wow, I was like, it's showering. It's raining. Oh, baby, it's raining. Sorry, should I have that? Umbrella.
Oh, it is. But isn't there a Dietrich Haddon song that has that in it as well? Anyway, sorry. Massive tangent. But yeah, there's some circumstances where it's like, you are valued, but shut up right now because this isn't what it's not your time to talk. It's finding the balance.
That's the key word there.
The thing about the one thing you're going to hear me say a lot on this channel, regardless of what we're talking about, is balance. Going back to our faith, like we believe that we serve a God who is very much about balance. Were you doing the Lady Justice? You need to.
No, I was doing the scales.
Yeah,
yes.
Lady Justice.
Okay.
On the scales.
Like, what?
There are times where you need to push back, and there are times where you shouldn't.
You know what my favorite scripture is? And it's now completely gone out of my head. Oh my days! It's the live peaceably.
For God so loved
no, what? To live peaceably. I can't remember the rest of that scripture, but that's the general. And that speaks for kind of fighting your battles. Pick and choose.
This is how I fight my battle. This is how. Sorry, I'm quite tipsy, right?
Wow. Yeah, you know, gauge when to speak up and when to kind of let it slide. Monitor, assess, wait a while. Let's wait a while.
Wait a while. But in doing, I think the biggest thing that we have learned and are learning is it's okay to value yourself and speak up that you are valuable. You may meet an immediate brick wall, but that's on them. Know your worth. Like you are.
Because you're worth it.
L'Oreal?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
It
oh,
is,
cool. Yeah. I'd like know your value, and that's another. We have so many intentions for this year, but I think that's an intention that we've carried from like 2019 kind of thing. Like, listen,
2015.
Yeah, the fact that I am 2015. The fact that we are alive and still on this planet means there's something that we can provide to this planet and the people who reside on it. So,
and on that note,
yeah,
comment below and let us know what your thoughts are.
Let us know where we lost you. Let us know if you agree. Yeah.
Do you agree? What's your pushback? If you don't, engage, communicate, talk to us.
Know,
just say
if you
something.
have helpful advice or things that just helped you push, if you are more eloquent than we are in this, just let us know below. You know? And also let us know what was your moment.
Yeah. And on that note,
don't forget to
like, share,
I'm drinking this way.
Wow. And subscribe. Until next time. Bye.
Take care.